today. This is the Irv rant. This is going to be the conspiracy edition. Conspiracy is a turn-off word for a lot of people. They don't want to hear about conspiracies and stuff like that. So I've researched and I've studied conspiracies only because I'm a historian. And when you study history and you drill down in the history, you find things like military history and warfare. And then if you study warfare, you're finding out about something called propaganda, which has been used quite a bit since the printing press has come up, and especially since the American Civil War. So propaganda is always at use. Conspiracy is a form of propaganda. What conspiracies do essentially is they're trying to create a sinister emotion in the recipient of the theory. The sinister information can then be used to manipulate the listener, the viewer, or whatever. Now, just so you know where I'm coming from, if you check my channel and you go back, you'll find a conspiracy playlist. Years ago, you know, before any of the good, juicy conspiracies ever came up, you know, I made a video just talking about conspiracy theory, conspiracy study, and what it's all about. Now, most conspiracies kind of work out to be the same. What I usually do is I read or I watch, and then I try to identify the operative elements of what the transmitter is trying to tell us, present. And now here's where it gets goofy. This is the part that kind of makes me pretty good at this. 99% of that, looking at stuff and studying it, it's entertainment value. I mean, gosh, there are so many bizarre, out-of-this-world conspiracies that, you know, some of them you just got to get a good belly laugh from. I mean, incredible stuff. One of my old-time favorites is the stickers on the back of all these road signs, you know, a speed limit sign or a stop sign. For years, the government's been putting little inspection stickers on the backs of signs. But 35, 40 years ago, somebody flipped out, oh my gosh, this is where to show the Chinese paratroopers where all the headquarters and the phone exchanges and newspapers are. Oh my gosh, it's a roadmap for the Chinese commies, or whoever, fill in your favorite bad guy, to come and take over. So why am I blathering and talking about conspiracy theories? Well, there's been way too much. As a somewhat expert on conspiracy theories, I'm really not seeing a conspiracy theory in the coronavirus. Even when you consider China, what I am seeing is an overly complex society that is increasingly vulnerable to things like this. You know, we all get together and go to our jobs and we expect each day to be pretty much the same day after day after day, but sometimes there's things that screw us up, and usually it's just localized or maybe a small regional. Sometimes a couple countries kick each other's ass and you have a war. This time it's worldwide. Because it's worldwide and so many people are in desperate need, because so many people are at risk, there is fear, and when you have fear, it's very easy to whip things up, and it doesn't take much, you know. So I'm just over there at the drive-through thing, you know, and oh, that looks really scary. Yeah, well, okay. Well, how else do you expect them to do it? Okay, again, like I've said in all the other rants, think for yourself, ascertain the facts the best you can, go to multiple news sources. I'm just not seeing a conspiracy in this one. I mean, maybe at the end of it all, there's some sort of grand conspiracy where some dude wants to buy up all the shore property in the universe. I don't know. I do know that the odds are that most people who are involved with money took a really big hit on this. The solutions, that's all sorts of conspiracy theories there. Oh, what did the Congress do? Who did they vote? Where's the money going? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to worry about that too much. What I am worried about, and this is how you can kind of see through conspiracy stuff, is think about the obvious. I was just over at the warehouse club, you know, so to speak, and the food is there, the food is available, everything's coming back. They got the toilet paper back in stock. They got the big sacks of flour and beans and rice and everything are all coming back. I'm not worried. They're going to be able to do what they've been doing. On the other hand, there is a lot of stuff around the edges, like that so-called Walmart U.S. government partnership to take over the Walmarts in the time of a national emergency, and that's pretty much debunked because somebody in the government was actually smart enough to look ahead and to anticipate that something like this could happen, and they recognize that Walmart stores are giant warehouses ready to go with restrooms, sewer, fresh water, and electrical hookups out in the parking lot. Plus, you ever notice that Walmart has these incredibly large parking lots? You ever wonder why Walmart has these incredibly huge parking lots? That's psychology. You go past a Walmart and you see all those extra spaces, right? And what you're thinking is, oh, they're not busy. This is a good time to go. Whereas a lot of other stores, they only put in the minimum number of spots, and every time you go by there, it's like, oh, the lot is filled. I'll go another time. Yeah. Think for yourselves, people. Wake up to the manipulations around you. If you want to pick on conspiracies, look at the advertising going on the TV and radio now. Some of these people are really exploiting this. Say, how are you doing? Yeah, everything's wild these days, but here at our company, we're looking out after you. Yeah, right. So I'm going to keep this short. I'm on my way over to a friend's. I asked her if she needed groceries. She said no. That then there's a mechanical problem over at the place, and I think I'll stop by. Oh, homeless guy. I think it's Manson. Living on the corner there. Horrible time to be homeless. If you have the ability to do something for charity, do so. Don't wait. Do it now. Another Amazon van. Right now I'm in Villa Avenue going north. This is like Villa Park. To my right is the forest preserves with Salt Creek and everything. There's a nice new path back in there. They got somebody cleaning up trash over here. This region through here is notorious for flooding. So, you know, folks, services are really stretched, and we're going to be in the spring, which is our tornado season and our flooding season, especially around here. I'm going past the Odeum right now, which is a local exhibition hall. Man, they got a lot more trucks parked over here these days. This area up here on the right is notorious for flooding, so don't wait for, you know, your basement to get flooded, the garage. This time around, the fire department might not be able to help you pumping it out. They might not be able to help you at the street. They might not have public works available to scrape off the catch basins. Think ahead. Think about everything, health, weather, and just be ready. Okay, so check out the channel. There's numerous things. There's a lot of entertainment here if you want to get your mind off the crisis. There's a lot of documentary stuff, or if you're just interested in visiting somewhere and seeing something somewhere. There's a few more of my rants out there. You can find them just by going to uploaded videos, and check out the playlist, because there's all sorts of stuff. I've forgotten quite a bit of the stuff I've planted. The apartment complex I'm going by right now. It's almost like an island anytime it floods. You got to drive through the water to get to your apartment. I had a guy who knew he lived up on the second floor there, and he said it seemed like, you know, his neighbors downstairs were having their lives disrupted on a regular basis. All right, so I am crossing Saw Creek where Louie's restaurant used to be. I'll be talking to you. Stay healthy. Good night.